Sometimes when you're out on the trail, you hear the rustling of leaves, you hear a bump, a twig breaks, you smell an odor, you know something is lurking in the shadows. Well, hey y'all, Dan here. Thanks for joining me. You think I'm here in my studio, but actually I'm out on the trail. But I've recorded this to leave you something to fill in the gap until I can get back and start sharing the views from this historic Cherokee Trail. Very excited to share that with you, and thinking about putting this together in a series of chapters rather than doing a day-by-day video of being on the trail, because as I'm walking, I'm afraid that you might start seeing the same old scenes over and over again. Anyway, in between that, I want to share this with you. You know, sometimes we get out in the shadows and we think that all the shadows are spooky and have scary things about them. But in fact, what happens sometimes is there are great things in shadows, especially when you preserve them in shadow boxes. My desk I've had since 2007 when I retired from the Army. I built this. I built it because my wife bought me this eagle. She bought this wheat weaving eagle, and I love eagles, and we love the wheat weavings. They're so interesting. These wheat weavings come from the town of Goesel, Kansas. High Mennonite Amish influence there, and there's a lady that she's a wheat weaver. She makes all kinds of beautiful artistry from wheat. One of the things we learned is you have to cut the wheat within like a 24-hour window of the wheat's growth in the field. It's got to be just supple enough that you can bend it and pliable, and yet it's got to be strong enough to hold its shape and not fall apart. When I built this one, it was going to be just a shadow box to hang on the wall, but if you look at the wheat on the wings, I was afraid that it would start drooping over time, so I wanted to lay it flat. I decided to make a table. I was going to make a coffee table. And then my wife said, if you're going to make a bigger shadow box, make it big enough to put your awards, your military awards in, and put your coins in. So these are the coins that I received from units that trained at my last command. Fort McCoy was a training installation, and we trained and deployed units from across Army National Guard, Army Reserve, active component units. We trained them all there, and then we were deploying them at that time to Iraq, Afghanistan, the Horn of Africa, really all over the world. And we deployed 30,000 soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines during that 2-year tenure that I was there. And then my military awards, well, you know, these are medals that I received during my career, basically for doing my job. I put this all together in this large shadow box that I was going to make a coffee table out of. But as I looked at it, I thought, well, I really want to make a desk out of it. So I added the drawers to it, added the legs to it, and turned it into this desk. But I really want to share something else with you. This is a shadow box that is a sign of my channel. This is the Wandering Monk shadow box. And this was given to me by my daughter. Coral, she designed this and she put it together. There are 15 layers of cutouts in this shadow box. "15 layers of clouds and mountains and rivers and sunrise," and then she put my logo on the glass. It's a 13-inch by 13-inch shadow box. I have rearranged my wall back here, and I want to put this right there. This shadow box is a lighted shadow box. This is what it looks like when the lights are off. I'm placing it right here, and there's where it will be, in the back of my studio. not everything that lurks in the shadows is scary. If you're interested in something like that, I'll put my daughter's email address so you can contact her. She can do all kinds of designs. Coral is very artistic. My daughters took after my wife. That's where they got their beauty, and that's where they got their intelligence. Thankfully, we only had daughters, because I don't know what my sons would have gotten from me. I don't have the intelligence and I don't have the looks, but I do have the heart, and I do wish each of you to have a wonderful week. Next time, I will share with you a view from the Cherokee Trail. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy, stay on the path. God bless you.